What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the internet's favorite football betting show, Cashball, Week 18. Put your seatbelts on. We got one more episode left for the finale. Let's fucking lock in. Let's go over last week's picks. NFL, I was 1-2. In college, I was 2-1. And red alert, we finally got a verdict. Texas A&M are not frauds after all. Texas A&M and Kellen Mond, Jimbo Fisher and co. came through. They got a late touchdown, a big chunk play, put them over the spread. You know what they say? Good teams win, great teams cover. A&M, you salvage your season in my book. You've been frauds. You've proven yourself wrong. And then you proved yourself right. Texas A&M officially not frauds for this season. Nice to see them get a win. Kellen Mond is going to the pros. We're going to stick in Texas for the other picks. The other one we hit, by the way, that one was Texas A&M -6 versus North Carolina. Cha-ching. We are going to stay in Texas with our next pick. It was the Valero Alamo Bowl. Sam Ehlinger, last run out. You knew he was going to win. Texas -7 versus CU. Colorado is getting there, but not there yet. Herman's gone. Texas is cleaning house. You hate to see it, but it's kind of necessary at this point. Texas -7, cha-ching. And our last pick was kind of disheartening at the end. Georgia -7 versus Cincy. Cincinnati made us some money this season. Hell of a run by the Bearcats. You got to give Luke Fickell all the credit he deserves. This was a classic game of just the team that wanted it more. I thought JT would really turn up the heat and put some points on them, but since he kept it close, Georgia has just been off all season. They barely squeaked a win out, but not enough to cover. Georgia -7 versus Cincy. And now on to pros. We have Texans +7.5 versus Titans. We knew Deshaun Watson was going to play a hell of a game. Just because he's that kind of player, we really banked on that for the pick, and it hit. Now Deshaun wants out of the Texans because they got that new GM, Caserio, from the Pats. I would love to see Deshaun somewhere else, so people are saying he's going to end up on the Niners. Who knows? But Texans hit, cha-ching. Next up was Eagles +1.5 versus the Washington football team. The NFC East is a dumpster fire this year. Eagles could not take advantage of a terrible football team because they themselves are a terrible football team. And they benched fucking Jalen Hurts. The benching heard around the world. It's just a disgrace to the game. Eagles, we're going to win that game. Jalen Hurts, he's a young QB. You want him to get all the fucking reps he can. I don't care if him and Sudfeld are like battling it out, which everyone knows they're not. You keep Jalen Hurts in the game. Respect the game. So the fucking Washington football team won on that one. Fuck the Eagles. I'm going to remember this for next season. But Jalen Hurts did look good when he was in. Pretty pissed about that. Cost me a fucking pick. And the last one. The Raiders. Raiders -2.5 versus the Broncos. This one hurt. Seemed like the Raiders were winning most of the game, and then somehow Broncos made it close to the end. Hopefully the Raiders come back swinging next season out of the playoffs. This week's uniform spotlight, we don't have a ton to choose from. If we look at the national championship for college, you have a absolutely classic, beautiful matchup Two uniforms as old as time itself. You got the crimson tied with their classic unis number on the helmet versus Ohio State with the Buckeyes, aka Weed Leafs, on the helmet. Just a spectacle. This time of year, Ohio State's got their helmets all filled up. This game is going to be reminiscent of, I think it was the 2015 game between these two when Zeke had that 90-yard run up the middle. Lost me a bunch of money on that game, but we're going to take advantage this go around. Uniform Spotlight is going to focus more on the NFL this week. Really excited to see what the Seahawks and the Rams come up with. Who knows? The Rams might go with their bone uniforms again. Those are growing on me. And Seahawks, who knows? Hopefully they do their highlighter lime greens. Love to see that. And the Bucs have been kind of coming out with heat. I want to see if Brady comes out with the pewter grays. On to next week's picks. Like I said, thank you all for watching so far this season. This will be the last go-around of picks until the finale award show, results show next week. First one up, Bama minus 6.5 versus Ohio State. Bama is absolutely going to roll Ohio State because this is a legendary team. I can't remember the last time a team had a quarterback, receiver, and running back all with a possibility of winning the Heisman. This is just one of those teams that you know they're going to win. It's just going to be a matter of how much. There is something in me that says that Ohio State might keep it close, but then I think Bama has some all-pro corners. Ohio State's receivers aren't that big, and that means that Ohio State is going to have to run the ball. Trey Sermon. Bama's going to load up the box. Game over. Bama minus 6.5. Roll Tide. Now on to the NFL. We're really going to check down this week. We're really going to try to hone in and really have a good week to end the season. First one up, we're going to take what the defense gives us. We're going to hit the under. Bucks and the Washington football team, 44.5. Washington football team is god-awful. Brady, Captain America himself, is going to have trouble against that football team defense, especially that defensive line. Chase Young was talking some junk earlier, a little bulletin board material, which bothers me and kind of makes me worry that they will run the score up at the end if they have the chance. But hopefully we have some weather thrown in. I got Bucks, Washington football team under 44.5. Next up, we're going to continue on the unders. On the under streak, Seahawks Rams under 42. This is an extremely low number, but Goff might not even play. Seahawks are going to want to run the ball. They'll throw a couple of deep bombs to DK to start off, and then they're going to want to run that shit. Seahawks Rams under 42. And our last pick is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Minus 4.5 versus the Browns. Baker Mayfield is a fraud, at least this year. The Steelers were kind of banged up. I think they're getting everyone back. It's not great that Juju's given the Browns some bulletin board material. They said that, I think the quote was, they're the same Browns team I face every year. They're just faceless, gray people under their helmets. Don't quote me verbatim, but he said something along the lines of that. After dancing on the logos before the games, now he's coming out with this bullshit. I just think the Steelers have too much firepower with that offense and their defense. I got Steelers minus 4.5. All right, y'all. This has been a hell of a season. Inaugural season of Cashball. Hopefully we end on on the right note, on the right foot. Keep me in the positive at the end of the season. If you're still watching and you haven't liked or subscribed or commented, I'm pretty angry at you. But tune in. We're going to have one more finale show to end the season and to end bowl season. So once again, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great season. I'll see you at the finale.